Hello traders, Affix trader from topinvestmentalerts.com here today, and I want to talk to you about the stock chart for HALB, Halberd Corporation, which is an OTC markets traded stock. So the first thing I want to point out on the stock chart is you'll notice that the RSI is currently sitting in the buy zone, which is anything between 50 and 70. The 14-period RSI is currently sitting at 52.74 right here, and the 5-period RSI is currently sitting at 61.72, and the 5-period RSI is crossed over bullishly above the 14-period RSI. So in terms of RSI, there's plenty of room to run up to before it becomes oversold or overbought. And that's nice to see, because that means that a run could just form here. It's not going to be close to ending as soon as it starts. Lots of room to the upside. The next thing I want to point out on this chart is you'll notice that there's been some insane green volume here, and the sell days, or the red days, have been relatively low volume in comparison. As you can see, even more really high green volume back here. So there's been a ton of accumulation on this chart, and the down days aren't necessarily justified. So another thing worth pointing out here is that the Bollinger Bands are currently trading within the Keltner Channels, which means that this is currently in what's called extreme consolidation, and it's forming a pinch play, which is huge because pinch plays are very explosive, and generally technical traders look for those when they're trading, because they can just be huge explosive plays. So support wise, we've got about the 1 cent area holding up pretty firm here. It's been a solid support for some time now, and resistance wise, this 0.023 area has proven to be a decent support or resistance and previously support level. So if we cross above that, we want to see that level hold. But that's what we have for short-term resistance, and possibly even this 0.018 area here could act as a little resistance itself, but we'll see about that. So currently sitting at 0.016, closed off on Friday with the Dragonfly Doji, and it looks like it wants to go up according to some of the other indicators on the chart. We've crossed above the 13-day exponential moving average, which is a very solid short-term momentum indicator. It means that there's a lot of momentum coming in here. And we also closed above the 50-day simple moving average right here. So that's another very, very bullish sign for technical traders. We got that positive bullish MACD crossover. Our our cum dist and OBV are both pointed upwards in agreement. Got a little bit of a uptrend there, which means that the recent price movement and accumulation is significant. The volume backs up the price move. The CMF is currently sitting at 0.570, which is very high, considering 0.4 down here is considered extremely bullish, and 0.2 is considered bullish. This is a measure of accumulation, and as you can see, it's been steadily uptrending. So tons of accumulation here. People are just grabbing shares, and when that happens, when people are just soaking up shares, generally it's a huge sign that people are expecting a big move up, and it helps lock down the float, which can make it move faster, as there's less supply at lower price levels, because people try to sell it for a profit. So another short-term momentum indicator I like here, the Williams percent R, WM percent R here. We want to see this one generally bouncing back and forth in this overbought category. That's what's considered bullish for this indicator. And as you can see, we spiked up into the overbought category and came back down, and we're looking to move back up into it. So we want to see this push back above this -20 line right here and stay up in that area. The ADX is a trend strength indicator, and right now it's not showing a relevant trend, but if this blue line, which is the actual ADX line itself, crosses above 20, we're looking at a relevant trend, and so we've got the plus DI line sitting up here above these other two lines, the minus DI and ADX line. We've got a bullish trend that is starting to take foot, because it's kind of trending up. But again, we do want to see that cross 20 before it becomes relevant. The ROC is currently sitting at 0, which is incredibly volatile. It's a very, very volatile place to be. So we want to see this just spike up. That would be the most bullish thing that could happen from here. And the tricks indicator is another short-term momentum indicator, and it's about to get its bullish crossover right here, and it's started to curl up. So that's what we're looking for on all these indicators on this chart. Looking good. Everything's just kind of right at its tipping point to become bullish, and yeah, so good luck trading, and I'll see you on the boards.